2-0 in the month of November. You always say November to remember for your group defensively. Now you got a chance to go 3-0 next week and a chance to continue to fight for a playoff bid.
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, the way that these guys have worked and the way that they've come together and just, continue to battle every single week, no matter what the stakes are, no matter who the opponent is. They do a great job of controlling what they can control, and we're excited about having the opportunity to go next week and still have everything in front of us. So we're excited about that.
Defensively for your group today, it seemed like those turnovers just provide a huge spark, not just for your group but for your team. What did you feel really started to change when Markel Smith had that first fumble and then you were able to create opportunities throughout?
I really did feel that was it for us. The ability. They've got a couple of great backs. We know that, and great players on that side of the ball. So to be able to get a takeaway like that and put our offense in good field position there to start was great. And then obviously the interception for Denzel was huge. But that really went back to Chris Reed is our D end on that play and did a great job of taking the back in coverage and really took that read away for him and allowed the play to go on and get the kid off his mark a little bit. And then Denzel did a great job of making a play in that position, and then the penalty at the end was huge. So I just kept saying, just hang on the ball, but on the return. But no, I did think those were huge. And then the fourth down stop. I mean, anytime you can get a stop on fourth down, I felt like we did a great job there, and the guys obviously created some energy and momentum there, so those were good.
I'll ask you about him because you get to coach him. Cottrell Mize joined the 300 tackle club today. You played football. You understand how difficult of a sport this is. What kind of accomplishment is that for Cottrell, and what it means for him, and not just him, but this whole senior class to go out today on their home field with a big win?
He's probably 300 tackles behind his coach now. Is that right?
Yes.
No, so but just a tremendous accomplishment. I mean, Cottrell is the leadership and the energy and the overall just attitude and mentality that he brings to that unit and that room. All the success that Cottrell has is very well deserved, and it's a tremendous accomplishment. And I think that it just says one thing about the young man is that he's always around the football. He's always around the football, and he does a great job of downing it when he gets there.
In that second half, for you guys to be able to kind of hold them in check for the most part, did you like what you saw from your team in the second half? I know they got that late touchdown there, the Schnell, but for the most part, how did you feel your defensive unit rallied today after they got out to that quick start 10-0?
Very good, and I think that we always talk to them about next play. It's a long game. We've got great players on the offensive side of the ball. We know they're going to make plays. Let's do a great job of getting them in position and do our job to complement them. And I thought that again, we talk about never flinching, and I think that's what they did after we go down 10-0 right now, and they just kept playing, and I really feel like did a great job of withstanding the storm there. And then one of the things we're hitting them with in the second half, they've scored like 111 or 114 points in a fourth quarter on the year. So we knew that was a quarter that they've kind of worn some teams down and done a great job of putting the ball in the end zone. So we knew that game got into the fourth quarter, we were going to have to be on it, and we were going to have our mind right, and just kept telling them be prepared to win on the last play. And obviously that's what you saw happen there. Would have loved to have gotten a stop earlier, but thankfully Rondell was able to recover that and get us the win.
I hate bringing this up, but it is what happened a year ago, going 0-11. But to now to clinch a winning season, what's that say about this program and about this team specifically, to go through a year like you did a year ago, and then now to say the season's not over yet, there's one more game guaranteed next week, but to know regardless of what happens now, you're going to have a winning record?
I think it starts with the top, and Coach Mallory's plan and vision and staying the course. And he's never wavered, and we've never wavered as a staff, and we've never wavered as players. And from day one, he kept saying it over and over and over. When we win here, and the kids have just believed it and bought into it. But again, you can't do it without great leadership, and within the ranks, and you obviously got to have some good players, and those guys did a great job just all the way from the end of when the season was over a year ago until we kicked the ball off this year. Just the sacrifice and the effort that they put in the weight room with Coach McManus and his staff, and then coming through spring ball and camp, and it just says a lot about I think the overall love and care that everybody has for each other in that building, and that's a pretty strong bond now. I mean, and we love being around them every single day, and I think they feel the same. So it's been good.
Coach, you can smile, enjoy this one, and we'll prepare for a bigger one next week.
That's right, back to work tomorrow.
Thanks, Coach Wilson.